Alright, so I changed the camera angle so that you can see what we're going to do here. Now, hopefully, and I'm going to use a couple of different angles for you to see this. Basically, we all understand quarter notes. We just talked about how we would, you know, the Civil War drummers would start 4 rights, 4 lefts, 3, 2, singles. And so we want to take this concept of 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we want to move it to the drum set. But what we want to do is immediately get the student comfortable with the idea of playing a single rhythm 6 different ways. And here's what I mean by that. If we start with the first exercise, which is entitled Right, it's the right hand on the ride cymbal, and then the right foot along with it. And then on 2 and 4, we add the left hand and the left foot. So the reason this first exercise is called Right is because the right side of the body, the right hand and the right foot, are playing 4 quarter notes. Continuously, non-stop. But on the 2nd and 4th beat, we bring in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But not only the left hand, we're also bringing in the left foot, playing together. And it gives every drummer that ever studies with me this first foundational drum set rhythm. And this rhythm played on arguably 5 different instruments. And I say 5 instruments because we have the ride cymbal with the right hand, the bass drum with the right foot, the snare drum with the left hand, and then the left foot pedaling the hi-hats, which are 2 cymbals brought together, hence 5 instruments. Top cymbal is 1 instrument, bottom cymbal is a 2nd instrument. Alright, second exercise is called left because now we have the left side of the body. And then on beats 2 and 4, we bring in the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Line number 3 is called hands. Both hands. Then we bring the feet on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 4, feet. At this point, a great many of you are probably thinking, well, gee, Warren, this is ridiculously simple and easy. You know, why are we doing this? It's very simple, because it's not simple and easy. What we're doing is introducing the first rhythm that drummers play. And we're introducing that rhythm on the drum set. The idea of playing these multiple instruments all at once is something that trumpet players don't have to do. Violin players don't have to do. Yes, I realize that a violinist has to bow with one arm and you know, finger the neck of his instrument with the other. But I've never seen a violin player pull out a violin, take off his shoes and stocks, and play his violin with his feet, while he pulled out another violin out of another case, picked up a second bow with his hands, put the violin underneath his chin, and played the second violin while he was with his hands, while he was playing the violin with his feet. Now, I am sure that many of you are cringing at that. But the fact of the matter is that whether I'm playing 2 bass drums with both feet, or whether I'm going or whether I'm playing the right hand and the left foot. Or the right foot and the left hand. Hence we have the exercise called cymbals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last exercise called drums. Snare drum, bass drum. Right foot, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What this is an introduction for all of your drummers to gain independence playing two parts of the kit at the same time. Now, at the beginning of these exercises, we want to stress that we want to play all of the instruments in the most musical way that we can. We don't just want to smash the cymbals. We want to get a nice musical tone. We want to have a balance between the cymbal and the bass drum. We don't want the bass drum to be. We don't want it to be. The one point that I will be making over and over and over, and remind your drummers of this, is that these are musical instruments just like any others. And in fact, the historians will tell you that these are the oldest instruments. And that brings up one of the more interesting facts about the drum set, is that the drum set as a whole, if we look at all of what I'm sitting behind as one instrument, it's very young. William F. Ludwig Sr. patented the first working commercial bass drum pedal. He got his patent in 1914. He actually invented it in 1909, but didn't get the patent on it until 1914. That's 100 years ago. When we look at alto sax, the saxophone family, another relatively young instrument. So we have an instrument called the drum set, which is young, made up of instruments that are extremely old. And so we want to remind our students that they're young. Now, let me take you through these 6 exercises and explain it again. All drummers, probably already in your classes, can play this rhythm. But can they play the 5 derivatives as well? Can they go right side 2 times? Then they go to the left 2 times. And then hands. And then feet. And then cymbals. And then drums. Let's be clear what I just did. I was using the right side to be the dominant rhythm, then the left side to be the dominant rhythm. Then my hands were dominant, then my feet were dominant. Then the cymbals, right hand, left foot, then the drums were dominant. Right foot, left hand, dominant. You will find that in American popular music, the idea of what we would call a backbeat, or accenting the beat on 2 and 4, or giving it a little bit more of an emphasis, whether it's a rock beat, whether it's a shuffle, whether it's a jazz beat. American music loves a pulse on beats 2 and beats 4. All of my students get this. It's called the first 6. I'll play it one more time, and I can tell you that it will help your drummers because it gives equal facility to all 4 appendages of the body. Is that as to become a proficient drummer, to become excellent on the drum set, you have to have equal facility between your right hand, your left hand, your right foot, your left foot. You want them to be equal. Most drummers aren't. Your youthful drum students, if they start out with this exercise, and I must tell you, I give all of my students, brand new students that have never played drums, they get the first 6 on the 3rd lesson. If I can get them through 2 weeks of where they're playing their quarter notes, it goes right to this. Again, if you have any questions, warrensmithdrums@gmail.com. Please check out my website at warrensmithdrums.com. I'm here to help, and I can tell you that speaking from my teacher, Jim Chapin, he loved this. It is the first foundational exercise in playing the set of drums. And the reason that this exercise is so important is that every drum set rhythm that a drummer will ever play comes from this rhythm. If you can play that, you can go on and play just about anything. Thanks a lot, folks. I'll see you again next time. And I appreciate you listening. I hope you learned a lot. Thanks.